Hello, I'm Sora Luxon, and this is Tarot Card Ace of Pentacles, sometimes referred to publicly by readers as the Ace of Coins or Gardener's card. I've also heard it called the Recipient's Draw. Our dark-eyed bearers of the earth, the Aces, you have to remember that they are the root powers. They reveal to us the how of how the spirit moves within the four elements and how it inextricably interconnects, interweaves everything, just as it connects the material plane to that of He, 4, 6 without the 2, Yetzirah. The aces are primaries, how the force acts or behaves, the center power, which stands tall at the northernly gate. And this, the Ace of Pentacles, the Earth Pentacle, the root power of Earth, is no different. Here, a powerfully radiant hand emerges from the clouds against a very gray background. And it's angelic, divine, holding aloft a golden gleaming Earth Pentacle. That is the 5-pointed star within two 360-degree circlets, usually emblazoned in gold. In the background, there's this very vital trellis, a hedge of blooming rose that shows our persistence, our cultivation. And the arch in that trellis shows us currently enclosed within the garden. So we're within this lovely verdant garden space, and everything outside, those mountains, that goal, that's outside the gate, with the sacred white lily ever near to the left hand of our path, showing where others have gone before. This is the card of the very essence of materiality in every sense of that word. You have material gain and loss, materials both good and evil, the material work of labor, the material influence of power that's being held on the existent plane, the material of wealth as it relates to material things, everything that can be manifested, gained or lost here on the realized bodily plane of existence. And in that way, it's important to remember that this very transparent gray background tells us something about remaining unbiased in a sense of equality. The Ace of Pentacles is, in some ways, incredibly illusory. It's this fleeting interpretation of our being. And so it's portrayed as a vision brought in the sky. Wonderful, and to be experienced and appreciated, a manifested opportunity being offered that we should and can jump to accept, but not nonetheless an eternal reality. Here in the garden, though, we sense something very meaningful that we are clearly the stewards of. We have this life around us, this abundance and prosperity. We have been gifted the chance to maintain. But always, as well, we see sight of that arch, that doorway out onto the greater horizon. Within the hedge of life, we are safe and ought to enjoy our surroundings. But we must remain cognizant that this is not all there is. That the manifested physical plane isn't everything, that the material isn't everything. For just beyond, so much more we can't see from here, right? But still, while we are in this very lovely, verdant place, we are healthy, alive, vital. Look at all the lush greens on the ground. We are very well grounded when we look to this card. We are firm in the state of material being and better for it. Aspects of life here, such as the home itself, the buildings and grounds we keep, our careers, the actual labor we do here, and time we pass doing things, the things we have or own, the things we use, our cars perhaps, boats, monetary resources, The objects we have, they're all being shown to us as freely available in the Ace of Pentacles. They are held at the ready, freely offered on open palm for us to take and apply, to use as we will, if only we will take and use them. All the material goods of life are at the ready for us here. This is the card of abundance, so don't miss your chance to make the most of it. Very often in my readings, this is the green thumb or pagan of the family who ends up pulling this card. This is the ever-willing farmer, the soul of a druid, who is at peace and fulfillment with the growth and production of things. Much like the Elysian Fields paradise of ancient times, where beyond all care and worry, a Roman soldier would dream of that reward, of that ever fertile plain that would never face drought, that he would be given to joyfully till endlessly after all of his labors here were done. But instead, here, this isn't a dream at all. It's a comprehension in real time of the grace of the abundant manifestation of life here and now, bound beautifully, intrinsically, usually to the selfdom of the querent who's had it leap to their fingertips. So what to do with the Ace of Pentacles upright? Plant something, build something, take joy in something, bake something, make something with your hands, wood, clay, metal, make anything, indulge in a craft hobby, brew that micro beer you've been dreaming about. Take the funds and invest in the creation of the new piece of architecture that you haven't done yet. The Ace of Pentacles is usually the sign of an auspicious beginning of a new project, of new physical births, of a steady home life that allows for the security to build and be affluent, of acreage well producing, of monetary resources, that coin again, well tilled, that now is being well plowed, so it's gains and fruitfulness. Now is the time to stay in the garden, to enjoy everything it is providing. Stay close to home, perhaps. That divine hand is right there sheltering with you, so why stray from it? Enjoy what you have right here and right now. Look to self-improvement. Be a homebody and begin that workout regimen you haven't found an hour for yet, or healthier kitchen garden method of food preparation. Take the time and linger with near neighbors. Watch the children chase dragonflies inside your beautifully green garden walls. That feeling of safety, of security, that's why those green hedges are there for you, so that you can feel sheltered and embraced by them. Appreciate how wonderful the manifested plane is. It's okay to be satisfied, to feel satisfied, and to take care of yourself. Have a barbecue or a garden party. Reward yourself. Be generous with others and with yourself, especially in ways that relate to earthly manifestations and resources. Reversed. In the Ace of Pentacles reversed, you can see what's going on here. Visually, this is a very blunt instrument and it's very obvious. So rather than having everything in the palm of your hand as it was upright, now everything is being dropped, cast down, lost, given up. The Ace of Earth Pentacles reversed represents physical and manifested plane losses in career, home, wealth, sometimes in self. Perhaps by trying too hard to hold on, by trying to cling to that round coin from all the wrong angles, you're straining your own wrist, and so you're going to drop it again regardless. Much like if your hand's too small to palm a basketball from above, you're going to end up weakening your hand and dropping that ball. There's greed in this reversal, along with a biased, narrow-minded view of everything around you materially. Your perspective of things is always that it's lacking. What you see around you is lack. something's always wrong, nothing's ever good enough, rather than seeing opportunity in an end to something to begin again, you see only the failure, the loss, not the lesson to be learned and gained from and appreciated, but instead, perhaps you're focusing on the misery or the grief because things didn't go smoothly. So all of that is being brought up within you. You didn't win, didn't get your way, didn't have your expectations of some physical thing met. And so bitterness, anger, sense of insecurity, everything is going wrong. It's unfair. It's not pleasant. So what to do? Well, if you've pulled the Earth Pentacle reversed, then no, things aren't going your way on the manifested plane just now. So stop making risky bets. And no, this isn't the time to be generous when asked. If someone's asking you, for instance, for money, not the time for that. Play it safe a while. Recoup. Why make your losses worse or walk headlong into them? Conserve your time and energy. Make conservative decisions and choices. Keep a closer eye than usual on your wallet, on your accounts, on your briefcase or purse. When you're at lunch, be sure to remember to lock the door to the house. Not because someone's going to break in, but because being prudent, being pragmatic, balances abject exposure to unnecessary harms and risks. If you have a lot of things that you don't use, for instance, things that are likely drawing unnecessary attention from others, store them safely away. Or if you don't need them, donate them. Let go of that coin by choice a little bit. Be a little less greedy. Lessen the availability of loss itself by lessening what can be lost. If all your equity is in one stock, it's time to diversify. That's another way to think of it. Pull some out, set it aside for a rainy day, or invest it in something else entirely. You're not in the safety of the hedge in the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So hedge your bets. Until next time.